don't think they leveled up anything. They still had the same hearts they started the game. Like
what?
That's a speed
and
run.
Beat them?
Yeah. It was like 10 minutes, I think. It might have been less than that. They form squads and they're all live, and there's channels that like watch it. It's almost like watching like a tournament.
So that's the thing. Speedrunning is actually dope. You gotta give it a shot.
Yeah.
Welcome back to another episode of G2A Unlocked.
Your gateway to adventure.
My name is Max.
And I'm Purest.
And today we have a very interesting topic, something that I feel like doesn't get enough love in regards to talking about it.
No.
It's speedrunning.
Yeah. It's something that I've never done because I've never been good enough in a game to try it.
So let's talk about it. Like, what is speedrunning? Do you have an idea?
Well, speedrunning is, I'm going to use the word we just learned.
What?
It's the meta way of traversing a level in the fastest, quickest way possible.
Nice. Okay. So basically when you try to skip all the extra stuff and you just get right to the point.
Straight to it. Beeline straight to it.
Now, speedrunning feels like it would be fun, right? Like I feel like that would be kind of cool. Challenging?
I've watched people speedrun. It seems impossible what they're doing.
Right.
It looks like something that it's like, imagine spending hours upon hours upon hours.
Right.
Doing one thing.
Sure.
And one thing only until you perfect it. And then you have to spend the same amount of time doing the next thing to speedrun an entire game. Right.
Is there any games that you would foresee yourself like attempting to speedrun?
Not at all. There were, like, when we were kids, I remember like Mario was like a speedrun game for us because you wanted to see if, it was always, can we make it from the beginning of the level, just one level, not the whole game, but try to just make it through like world 1, level 1, sprinting and don't stop. Like that was like for me my only ever attempt at speedrunning a game, and that was like level 1 on Mario because that was the simplest one.
Yeah, I've never actually attempted at speedrunning a game, for an exception of World of Warcraft, and I would say that in the sense of just trying to get from level 1 to level 70 the fastest way possible, so I could unlock all the abilities and start, doing other stuff. Yeah,
but I think like for like technical speed runs, you have to you're finishing the game, like that's you can't finish World of Warcraft.
Yeah, you can't really finish World of Warcraft. Yeah. But that's why I said kind of like.
But they do have speed runs for bosses though, like for like world records for fastest killing. So like that's a thing where you're like pulling and you're kiting monsters as fast as possible, pulling monsters out, trying to see how quickly you can speed run that boss. So that is an actual game that you could speed run like specific bosses in that game.
You guys hear that? You hear my boy using these RGB I can't even say it.
Need you to calm down.
These I know, right? My boy out here using these MMORPG terminologies. There we go.
Yeah.
Brings back memories, man. I'm so fed up to the ceiling with Arc Raiders. I'm about 2 seconds from reinstalling World of Warcraft.
You just find something else.
World of Warcraft is that game, dog. That's the one. Like, cause like Apex is fun, but I don't want to go too deep off it.
You can pick the Switch back up. Pick the Switch back up and speed run Zelda, Legend of Zelda.
True. It wouldn't be Breath of the Wild though.
No, the second one.
Oh, Tears of the Kingdom?
Did you have things?
I had them. Yeah. Past tense.
Oh, you don't have them no more?
Yeah, because I'm like, bro, Breath of the Wild is crazy. Like, I think it'd be cool to speedrun that game, but it's like, it's so open world. Like, you can't really, I mean, you can.
You can, but it like, this is the thing with speedrunning. You can't just play the game and decide I'm a speedrun.
Right.
You have to, it's kind of like you were talking about rally racing. You have to understand exactly what you're going to do, how fast you're going to drive, what you're going to average. Like you have to literally map out your entire, like how, go here first, go there, go here. Like they say speed running. I think somebody did a speed run of Breath of the Wild, and I think it was like 10 minutes or something like that.
Damn.
They literally just darted to a weapon and then found a way to get down into the dungeon where Ganon is, and then fought him without, I don't think they leveled up anything. They still had the same hearts they started the game. Like
what?
That's a speed run.
And beat him?
Yeah. It was like 10 minutes, I think. It might have been less than that. I think it was probably
crazy.
in the comments. You can let us know, but it might have actually been less than 10 minutes. It was something like 10 minutes.
That's crazy.
And they beat the whole game. Like,
hopefully
that's a
we plug some of that footage. We can find it in here. But that's, man, beating Breath of the Wild in 10 minutes. I would be so happy. I would feel so accomplished that I just did that. You know what I'm saying?
But the thing is, like that person had to have played the game.
Right.
So they had probably run through the entire game multiple times to get to a point where they could just load up, run down there with a shield and a like a basic sword and going back, I don't think I saw the whole thing. I think I kind of skipped through it. But I don't know how you finish that fight without the weapons breaking.
I don't know. The fact that you could just find Ganon in the beginning of the game is insane. Like, you don't gotta unlock, buddy. He just chilling, waiting.
I think there was a way to like fall into the space. Like speedrunning is like optimizing glitches. It's like optimizing glitches, optimizing like errors in game design to get to find your way through the map. So I don't remember if he like fell down into the dungeon, into the cow. I forgot how he got down there, but yeah.
So like I can actually see how the speedrunning experiences are very actually chaotic.
Yeah.
Which looks like everything's all over the place. It's wild, right? Glitching, exploiting glitches, whatever the case may be. But it's actually precision. You know what I'm saying? Which is crazy. Like, they know exactly what they're doing.
Super detailed.
Like you said, you couldn't just speed run a game without playing the game before. Like, that's
it's like a Super Mario 64. Like the one glitch I always see on YouTube is the Mario going backwards up the stairs. Like just bouncing all up the stairs.
Right.
And I know there's like different tricks like that to get up into areas, like bouncing down just to because then it allows him to mega flip and then mega flip into areas where he shouldn't normally be able to jump into.
Right.
But that skips a whole area, skips whole entire areas by being able to do that, or wall jump or wall run. It's like all those little tricks that it just looks like craziness, and you have no idea where this character is going, and then you realize there's another one where it's like they're like fidgeting up like the side of a kind of like a wall, but you don't know why.
Right.
And then they kind of just go through it. Next thing you know, they're like they fall on the other side. It's like they just went around the entire map, and now they're like right at the star and get out of it. So
it's crazy.
It's all little tips and tricks and things that people have figured out. Just like.
So now, having said that, right, speedrunning, you know what I'm saying, like you're exploiting some of the game, possibly you are skipping over stuff. Does that experience like ruin the game?
I don't think it does. And I say this because it's never impacted me.
Right.
It never got to a point where I felt like this is ridiculous.
Right.
It's amazing to see people figure these. I still want to know how these people are figuring this stuff out.
Right.
Like who is, because when I see a game, I see a working, living world. Every now and then you stumble across something and you're like, okay, that's weird. But how do people find this stuff? Are they actively looking for holes in the wall?
Right.
Or like, you know what I mean? Like how was this stuff even possible?
I feel like they have to just love the game.
Yeah.
Almost obsessed. Yeah. Because there's no way. Like, you're playing the game, you're like, oh, I just accidentally slipped down here. I'm bouncing around. And
right.
All of a sudden,
yeah. But it's like, that's fine. One person finds this place. How does it all get put together and become a speed run, though?
True. Also, right off the dome, right? You would say, or I would say, what's the point in speedrunning? Like, why even play the game if you're not going to experience the game for the way that it needs to be experienced? But I feel like people that are speedrunning and doing this stuff, they've already experienced it.
Exactly. That's the thing. So that's why
I didn't realize that until now.
That's why I don't think it ruins the game, because the value of the game is has been played over and over and over again just to get to a level where they're capable of doing the stuff that they're doing. And it's not going to spoil the average gamer because they're not going to be watching a speed run.
Right.
So
no,
I don't think so.
That makes a lot of sense. And I think that I feel like in my gaming career, at some point I need to do a speed run.
Yeah,
we have to figure
out a game.
Yeah, I don't even know what. I do know, Luigi's Mansion 3.
You can try.
You know why? It's because the first time me and my wife. So at first it took me till I was halfway through the game to realize you can do co-op. Because there's Luigi and then there's Gooigi. So Gooigi be like gooing himself through walls into other rooms that Luigi can't get through.
Yeah.
So there's a certain number of things that you collect along the way, and if you beat the game without collecting them all, you get like a score at the end of the game. So it's like how to beat the game the fastest way possible and get all the hearts or whatever it was that you need to get.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna try Luigi's Mansion for sure. It's easy, bro. Any games come to mind for you that you would
Not
try?
Not that I can think of. Like, I know games that I've played that they've done speed runs, but I don't want to play. Like, I don't want to speed. Like, Elden Ring was a game that I know people have done speed runs on. That was hard enough just trying to just live, normally, much less like bodying every boss. So. I can't really think of a game that I would want to speed run just because I just don't have the patience to even attempt.
Right.
Because it's like once it fails, you have to start all over again because the run is supposed to be one continuous.
Right.
Like.
Yeah. Let us know down in the comments too, guys. Like if there's any games that you've either speed ran, seen somebody speed run, or maybe want to speed run yourself. We're definitely interested because I could use some suggestions, but I think Luigi's Mansion is gonna be the one for me.
Yeah.
Specifically. All this talk about speed running leads me to my next question. Like, what do you think speed running reveals about the game itself?
Well, it depends what the speed run looks like, because
that's true.
Some speed runs tell you that the map layout is super glitchy.
Yeah.
That there are some walls that you thought exist that don't.
Yeah.
Some show how character design and like how that could be exploited by like Mario being able to double jump, triple jump, things that you didn't know were possible, but consecutive jumps like raise their ability to jump. So like Mario can jump, then one jump becomes a flip, which can, when he hits the wall, can be bounced off the other. But it's like all these things that is kind of like, it's like movement games. Like some of the games we play were movement, where a lot of the best streamers have all this movement tech, and you're like, I didn't think that was possible.
Right.
That's the same thing that goes into speed running, is them testing the limits of the character movement, to optimize their movement. So
that makes sense.
It's like it's kind of like breaking the game down and like pushing each character to its limit and seeing what they can create.
Yeah. Totally unrelated game, but I wonder how people figured out how to tap strafe in Apex Legends. Like, where did that?
That's a good question.
Like, how you like? Oh, if I let off a W and I jump and turn and scroll wheel down, I'll just jerk this way. Like,
make no sense. I wonder. I wonder if that originated in some other game,
maybe
some weird way, and they were like, "Well, what if I did that here? What would that do?"
Yeah, that's true.
But that's what speedrunning. Trial and error, trying things that they tried in a different game. It doesn't work in this game, but something that works in that game does work here. Okay, because maybe it's the same studio. Maybe the way their map layout or the way their corners are is the same as other games, so people tried those same tricks with different developers.
Right. So I mean, you could even say, like, when you're doing a speed run and you're technically like breaking the game, like you can kind of maybe even dig a little bit deeper into like what the story is and like what the game actually is saying, like what the deeper message, because now you're getting into areas that weren't necessarily, the main attraction of the game. And then you're like,
are you trying to say like if you accidentally go backstage at Disneyland and you're like, wait a minute, it ain't no back to this building, it's just
I mean, something like that.
This ain't Goofy house. Goofy ain't got no backyard.
Yeah, Goofy ain't got no backyard. It's the front windows and the tree in the front. But yeah, no, I feel like there might even be like a hidden message, because I know there's like sometimes where they put nest eggs or Easter eggs and stuff like that, where you can find certain things.
Yeah, I think developers, they go out of their way with certain games because they know certain games will be speed run. I don't know what the perfect way to say it is, because speed ran just seems weird. But I know developers, like, that's why there are timers on things. When a game is beaten, even the developer will post like a new world record time, because they want the community to push and race each other to see who could beat a game the quickest.
Facts. That's true too. Something else I want to talk about is, like, do you think that when developers are making a game that they actually have speed running in mind? Like, in general, like, it's like,
I think some games, yeah. Like say like a game like Peak.
Okay.
Where you're trying to traverse the map, you have stuff that's trying to kill you, and you also can play with other people. That's one of those games that because there's so many different ways to get to the top. Right. That speed running is like part of like the design of it, and because it's almost like a race to see if you can get there. It's built as they don't market it as a race, but when you look at it, that's the perfect design for like something that you would want to like speed run or race to.
Yeah, no, I think I agree with that. And it's like sometimes, like, when they make these games, like, they put timers and they have certain things like that in play where you are timing yourself. So I know someone's like, well, let me see if I could do this before this timer goes off.
Yeah. One big thing that's you could say it's kind of a speed run. The Call of Duty, the zombie mode. Every time when the new Call of Duty comes out, there's all of these teams that go live, and they're all racing to see who can finish zombie mode, find all the Easter eggs, traverse through the whole storyline the quickest, and the team that does it is crowned the winner. But it's like a huge thing. Like all of these big creators, they form squads, and they're all live, and there's channels that like watch. It's almost like watching like a tournament, right? Because it has this team is here, they're there, But it's like it had a whole like commentary and everything. Like they were casting it, so it's like a big deal. But that was basically a coordinated speed runs of Call of Duty Zombies.
Yeah, no, that makes sense, and that's just insane to think, like, to see all these different teams just scrambling, like, oh, come on, bro, like that's crazy. That's super crazy. But yeah, I mean, at the end of the day, I feel like, speed running just gives you another, way to play the game that you already love to play anyway. Yeah. I don't see nothing wrong with it. I think that, that could be fun. Yeah. I've never done it, but I definitely want to give it a shot.
There's a lane for everybody. Like, you have the people that want to chill. You have your regular gamers. You have the ones that want to just relax and take, you have the ones that just want to play handhelds, that just want to build their little town and have, have their people and have their little social. And then you have the ones that want to, they want to dance with other people every now and then, play some fighting games. You got the RPGs, but then you have the sweats that are like, if the game exists, I want to be the best that's ever done. Yeah. And that's what the speedrunners are.
That's true. So I think it's safe to say that we can come to a conclusion that speedrunning is definitely something that you should try if you haven't. Yeah. And then on top of that, I don't think it disrespects the game at all.
Not at all.
At first going into it, though, I did feel like it does.
Yeah. I mean, when you first think about it and you hear the word exploit, and, that you automatically have a negative connotation of what it actually is. But at its root, speedrunning, people that go through all of the trial and error of a game, it's basically like it's paying homage to the game developers, that people like the game so much that they were willing to invest that much time, collaborate, share tips and tricks to hasten or speed up, their runs. That it's not a negative.
No, it's not. So that's the thing. Speedrunning is actually dope. You just got to give it a shot.
Yeah, try.
Yeah, for sure. With that being said, make sure you guys head over to G2A.com and pick up all the amazing games that you want to go try to speedrun. Because we got the deals and discounts on deck every single day of the year. And yeah, we have a bunch of amazing episodes. We got some creators coming on the show this week as well. We have someone special from Apex coming soon too, so make sure you guys stay tapped in with us. And as always, we really appreciate you guys. Drop some comments, let us know what you want to see on the next one, and we will catch you on the next one. Later.